Hello and welcome. This is Japan, and we're doing a ranking of dateable monsters. I don't know. It's kind of like the waifus, but I guess I don't know. I saw this one. I thought it was kind of interesting, but like always, we try to keep these ideally all the same with the same amount in there. I'll leave the one ideal as I only get to pick one for sure, but yeah, we're gonna jump into it. I guess there's like a lot of different ways that these guys can look and not look, so I feel like this is gonna be a little dicier than some of the other ones, but we're gonna do our best. So straight up, we'll go with Angel. If we go biblically accurate Angel, that's kind of scary. If you do like a regular what you think of an Angel, that wouldn't be too bad. I'll put it in the middle. I guess we'll have to take the shot that they're just kind of fleshy and regular like us and don't have a billion wings like the biblically accurate ones. So middle of the road seems to be the best bet. Could be much worse. Bigfoot, I honestly think he's a little too hairy for me. I feel like I'm hairy enough, so I'm gonna go garbage. I don't feel like I'd be wanting to be with Sasquatch over here. So I'm gonna go garbage. I don't think there's anything wrong with Bigfoot, but just not really my type. Only one hairy man in a relationship, I guess. Catboy slash cat girl. Again, it's like what? How much cat are we talking about? We're talking about ears. That's not that bad. We're talking about like pretty much 90% cat, but just humanoid. I'm not really into that. I'm gonna put it in C. I feel like it just kind of depends. I wish we kind of like an image because it could be pretty scary. A centaur. Yeah, the half that I think that we need more use out of. I feel like I don't really want to be with the horse part. Top half wouldn't be too bad, but I'm gonna put it in C. I don't think I'm into the whole horse thing. A clone of me, that's gonna be garbage. I don't know. I don't know who would really put themselves up higher. It's a little odd, but I guess it is each of your own, I guess. Next up is Demon. I mean, demons traditionally seem like they're pretty hot. I would put an A tier. I'd risk it. I mean, I'd risk it. They might be a little horny and red, but that'd be okay compared to, um, they can also just be like us, but hot. So I'll take the risk, put it in A tier. Next up is a dragon. If it's just a full-on dragon, just seems like a very bad idea. I'll put it in C. I don't know if I'd put it completely garbage. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm donkey, but like there could be worse. So it possibly could stay in C and not slide to the garbage. Remember, I'm trying to keep all of these tiers as the same as possible. A ghost. I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with dating a ghost. I keep thinking like dating and instead of like doing. I don't know why. If I think about that, Dragon might still stay in C tier. A ghost. I feel like dating a ghost wouldn't really do you that well, right? Um, I'll put it in B. I feel like it's not bad. There could be some advantages dating a ghost. There's some definitely disadvantages because then you just can't really hang out because you can't touch them and like they try to do anything, they'll always be in your life. Actually, we'll move drag it up a little bit. We can just fly around. That doesn't sound that bad. Next up is ghouls. Is my understanding of ghouls, they're like pretty much rotting flesh creatures that eat other flesh. So I'm gonna go with garbage. I really prefer not to be doing that. A gorgon. I wouldn't be able to look at the gorgon, but like in general, gorgons are not too bad. I'll put it in C. I mean, it kind of would suck to have to be blindfolded the entire time, but it could be worse. There's definitely worse out there. Next up is a harpy with the wings and stuff that are kind of just more of like a bird, and then like the legs that are like birds also. I think like they have like wings, they have winged arms, and then bird legs. That's not the worst. I think I'd put it in A. I don't feel like it's the worst thing out there. A Kelpie, isn't it like kind of like a Loch Ness monster? I'm pretty sure. I don't think I want to date a Kelpie. Plus, it's kind of a water creature, if I'm not mistaken, either way. I can't quite remember if it's like a big kind of dinosaur type or like a smaller thing. But either way, I'm pretty sure it's a water creature. And I like the water a lot, but I don't really want to be like completely stuck to only water. Um, yeah, I think that's pretty much I would want that. Mermaid, That's a little bit the same way. It's like I wouldn't be with the water, but mermaids would be a little bit more fun because you could at least, go to the beach and visit them and stuff. I mean, you're just dating. I'll put it C. I feel like I would put it higher, but like, there's not much I can do with a mermaid if I don't live by the ocean, which I currently don't, so it wouldn't really help. Mothman, that's S tier. He's pretty cool. He seems like he's a cool dude. I'd date him. I don't know if you'd be my number one. I'm still trying to think of what that would be, but I think S tier. A mummy but fleshy. What does that mean? Like, does that mean it's just like a corpse with like bandages over it? Because I'm not into that. I'm gonna have to put that in the garbage. I'm not feeling that. Oh God, this is like perfect stayers. Oh, it looks so good with the coloring and stuff. A robot? I wouldn't mind dating a robot. I mean, it kind of just depends on how intelligent it is, but if it's like AI or whatever, I mean, it wouldn't be that bad. I'll put it in S tier. Silky? I actually don't even know what this is. I'll have to like stop and think about that because, yeah, that could be. I'm trying to think if I even know what it is. Next up would be, God, what do you call it? A shapeshifter? Oh, a Silky is like a mermaid or a siren. That's what it is. Again, I think it'd be kind of down there with the sea thing. I just looked it up as I was trying to do the next part. I'm gonna put C tier for the Silky. Shapeshifter would be weird because it's like you could like date multiple people, but I feel like the shapeshifter in general would be kind of upset. I'll put it in A. I feel like if the shapeshifter's fine shape shifting and doesn't care, like I think that could be an interesting thing, but uh if not, it would be I'd kind of like hate it for them. And you really couldn't mess up. Like they could really just destroy your world. A skeleton, no bastard scalies, unfortunately. I feel like there's not much I would have in common with a skeleton, so I'm putting it in garbage. Slime. Okay, well, slime could be interesting because they would be like terrible to hang out with, and if they can keep like a corporeal shape that's kind of shaped like a humanoid, so you guys could like hang out and do stuff, and if they could talk, I don't really see why not. Slime I put in a B. I like slime. A snake person. I guess that would be like the bottom half a snake, the top half a human. I don't really see anything wrong with that. I'll put it in B. I don't think it's particularly like my first choice. They might have the snake tail and the eyes, so that might be the only other thing. But yeah, I don't think that's too bad. An incubus slash succubus. I'd probably put it up in there in S. I mean, they really just want stuff out of you, so I mean, it might not have a healthy relationship, but there's a good possibility that it wouldn't be too bad. A Tengu, I don't particularly like. That's not anything bad, but not anything good, you know. I put the Tengu in C. I don't think it's the worst. Yeah, I don't think it's the worst. A troll. I don't feel like you'd be able to do much with a troll, and I think they would just destroy you if you just try to not date them anymore. Let's move some stuff around. Let's move mermaid up a little. Yeah, mermaid up a little bit, and let's move Bigfoot out of the garbage pile. If we're just hanging out, it's not that big of a deal. I think I misjudged him a little bit because I was thinking more of like dating and doing other stuff, and I was like, yeah, I don't want that. But then when you think about it, it's like it's not that bad. Vampire, I think would be pretty cool. Honestly, dating a vampire, I think would be a pretty awesome thing. It would kind of suck because like they would need your blood, but if you fed them and they didn't go crazy, I guess it wouldn't be the worst thing. I don't know. Rare creatures. Now, it depends on what the creature is if it's cool. Because if it's like a rare mole or something, I don't know, that wouldn't be as fun. But I don't really see a problem with rare creatures. They got a straight up werewolf. I think if it's just the normal stuff, you just don't stay around with them during the full moon. It's pretty simple. So we'll put that in A tier. Next up is a witch. I think witches would be fun to date, but scary to a certain extent because you don't know if they're ever going to curse you. Then lastly is a zombie. I put zombie at the bottom. Flesh and blood, or like the flesh coming off of them would suck. So yeah, we'll do that. Move the Kelpie up a little bit. Let's see. Let's move Gorgon up a little bit. Add a slime ghost angel. Move ghost up. And then let's just move Mothman to the top. I think that's not too bad. Let's move one more to the very, very top. We got a pretty solid scale right there. I think Mothman would be the ideal one. He's a Mothman. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. He can mess with stuff. He can fly around. He lives in West Virginia, which isn't the worst place, I guess, to live. So yeah, Mothman. I think Mothman's pretty cool. Until next time, this has been Japan. This is another one of those weird tier list things I just like to do randomly. So tell me what you guys think, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.